Welcome to the Manstream, where we talk and we laugh about life, love, and everything that we have. Tune in, sit back, and relax your mind. We're here to entertain, it's podcast time. We got stories to share and advice to give on how to be the best man that you can live. So come join the conversation, be a part of the team. Welcome to the Manstream, it's where you want to be.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Manstream podcast. I am your host, Mike Olson, and we got three gentlemen with us tonight. Magic Mike Steinis down at the end, Josh Richter to my left, and you know him for his laugh and his bubbly personality, Ryan Reed.
What's that? What are you trying to say?
You're bubbly.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm feeling extra bubbly today.
Extra bubbly. Yeah, we're back fresh from the Iowa Podcast Awards of 2024 in Cedar Rapids. Josh and Ryan spent the whole day there, and I'll let them dive into kind of what the whole day was like. I was very hungover, and you'll notice that when we drop
Hang on. You weren't the only motherfucker hungover. You're just isn't that going to
I can imagine what Ryan was going through. You got to be sweating.
You'll
all
notice
day.
that when we
no deodorant.
I smelled so bad when you guys got there.
When we drop our live episode that we did there with an actual live audience, very cool.
Yeah.
Different at first,
Yeah.
but once them first laughs got going from the crowd, we kind of caught on and just rolled with it. So, how was the day at the Iowa Podcast Awards, Ryan and Josh?
Go ahead, Josh.
I think it was really, really informative. We actually got a lot of FaceTime with a lot of people that have been in this industry or this business or this hobby for 17, 20 years. A lot of them came from radio and, decided to do their own podcast. So I think with all the workshops that they offered out there, it was really beneficial for Ryan and I to understand like what we could be doing better, what we're doing good, and, some of the pitfalls we had in the first 8 to 9 months of this, like how we overcame them and understand that it's not just us that had those issues, that it's everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think those were the biggest takeaways for me. But it was just good FaceTiming with other people and learning about how they got started, what they're doing, who they're collaborating with, some different software, some different programs, that others are using. And really it's endless. Like you can take it as far as you want to monetarily if you have the funds for it.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee, here we come.
Right. Ryan, what'd you think of? What'd you think of the day before we got to the live show, minus your hungoverness?
The day before,
during the day,
during the day
yeah.
before you guys showed up.
Burr months.
How the Burr months? Fuck off. No, it was a really good day. Somehow I woke up on your couch at 6:30. Noah kept tickling my feet. It's weird. He's a weird kid. Just kidding. No, I love you.
No, it's hilarious.
We should preface that's not Mike's son.
No.
Okay.
No. Anyway, yeah, got up super early, hopped in the car with Josh. He's like, "Are you going to sleep?" I'm like, "Probably not." We hit Cedar Rapids. I was like, "Dude," he's like, "You want McDonald's?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah." I need something greasy, like now. And so thanks for driving.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, we got there. It was pretty cool. Had a little coffee hour. Listened to Confused Breakfast, a podcast based out of Cedar Rapids. They did a live episode at this get together where everybody had coffee.
And what was it? Nobu?
It's
no.
It's like the new Bohemian Center.
I don't know. This place we walked in is like a convention center, so I didn't know shit going out there. So I'm like, cool. It's here all day. There's different rooms and stuff. And those guys do their thing, and we sit around, we're drinking coffee, and people start leaving. And Josh is like, "You ready to go to where it's at?" I'm like, "It's not fucking here." And he's like, "No, this is just coffee." I'm like, "What the fuck?" But the place where we did have coffee was interesting.
What?
It's just a lot of different shit around all over, and like goofy gizmos and gadgets and touristy stuff. And I'm like,
yeah,
Cedar Rapids is a real hot spot for tourists, I guess. I don't think you go there unless you have to.
The smells.
No shade thrown at anybody that lives in Cedar Rapids, but I'm just not a fan of your town.
Magic Mike and I were on our way in later that day, and we both got to a certain spot in Cedar Rapids as we were driving. Literally about the same time, we go, I have no idea where I'm at. I've never been here before, apparently.
I looked up, I'm like, dude, where the fuck are we at?
Josh is
like,
driving through like a
know
neighborhood. I'm like, is it in a house? Like, is this guy's house or what's going on? But no, we got over to the studio, the place, the fourth floor, like a shared workspace, and that was pretty badass. Got to see like Confused Breakfast Podcast, their studio. I would consider them a successful podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their studio is badass. They had a couple other studios set up. It was just neat to see that stuff in like comparison with our own studio. I don't think for a studio we threw together in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I think we're doing quite well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's badass. I like what we have here.
I think we've got some updates we're thinking maybe.
Yeah, we'll probably put some goofy shit on the walls.
Well, we do have stuff-
Shenanigans.
Well, we have stuff to put on a shelf.
We do.
Yeah, we're going to get to that too.
Someone will probably build a shelf. Or we'll just take the table and turn it into a shelf. Anyway. No, it was good. Like Josh said, they had some really good courses. Like, how to manage your social media better, when to post stuff, how much stuff you should be posting, what you should be posting, just tips.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you should do this. It was like, here's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we found to be successful. Do with it as you will. And then one of the things I think was probably the coolest was everybody there has some sort of podcast. And it was just fun meeting people. Like Josh said, there's people that have been doing podcasts since 2003, for like 21 years.
Yeah.
I met and talked to a guy for, I think, a good hour and a half. You were smoking a cigar and taking a shit. So however long that was,
40 minutes.
it felt like 10 years because I was talking to that guy and another gentleman who runs Motorcycle Roads podcast,
Yep.
Motorcycle Roads.
Yep.
And we're just bullshitting about stuff we've done, stuff they've done, what worked, what didn't work, and stuff. And then they started talking about technical stuff, and I text Josh. I'm like, they're asking me technical questions. We need you. They're like, what platform do you use? I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I look at the guy and I'm like, I'm just a face, dude.
Give me the headphones and the mic.
I said, I'm a pretty face,
I'm
and
the
the guy
talent.
goes, huh? Are you sure? Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna mow my grass into the street now, dickhead. I'm just kidding. It's all jokes, people. Jokes. I don't mow my grass anyway. My neighbor Chad does.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to tell him to mow my
Yeah,
grass.
into the road, please.
Yes.
He would never.
Oh, that's funny.
No, it was awesome to meet people. We watched a couple other podcasts live, which was neat to get. Like, I've listened to other podcasts, I've watched them on video, but like to see one in person was cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the interaction. I'm hoping that, stay tuned. We might have some people from other podcasts on here visit us and just talk about things on their podcast, and we might venture out to some other podcasts. So.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd say overall it seems like from what I've taken after, so Magic Mike and I met them, and we were there for a little bit beforehand, and then we went and did our live podcast in front of a live audience, and I think that's what made me a little more nervous, was that they're all podcast people. So it wasn't a live audience of people that have never done a podcast, don't know anything about it. It's like, these are all podcast people. And then, as Ryan said, once the laugh started, it was just game over from there. We were good to go. It was, let's play
I think
along.
once our ears heard it,
Yeah, once we got
subconsciously,
that,
I think we perked up and we're like,
once we got that,
let's just wait.
let's have fun vibe.
Yeah.
There were a couple times like, well, let's not lie. We went into that thing totally unscripted. Like, fuck it, we'll wing it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
There were a couple times
we
things
changed
where
the draft up. Well,
5 minutes
live.
before.
We changed the draft up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, there were times where I felt like, oh shit, we're gonna fucking stall, and someone would just say something.
Ryan made fun of me for being hungover.
There were times I made fun of you. There were times I looked at you and was like, say something.
Yeah.
Or I'd look at Josh and I'd just, we
Subtle
pulled it together.
gestures.
But I think it was different for even the people that were there, because a lot of those podcasts, the couple that we sat in on, have like their thing, or the word of the day was niche. I've never heard the word niche, so it reminded
so
me of
many times
the South Park Cream Fraiche episode. It was so many times I heard so there's so many podcasts that have like their niche, like I talk about relationships. We talk about football. We talk about people's dreams. And then you have the Manstream podcast that comes in. And everybody's like, these guys talk about manly things. Well, yes, but everything can be a manly thing.
Yeah.
Dreams could be manly. Relationships involve men.
Well, certainly manly.
So
Agreed.
it was kind of fun to go in with no script and just fucking wing it.
Yeah.
And to actually make it work. I mean, there's a good chance we could have fit. I mean, it's probably 50-50. But we did.
And it sounds like
fun.
It sounds like we were the right one to end on there compared to the other ones, just because we have that looseness, right? We want to have fun, we want to laugh, we want to talk about whatever. I mean, we have former podcast or previous episodes out talking about Feet Finder, and you know what I mean. Just, you name it, what we talk about.
There's a Feet Finder.
We talked about that. I think the last one we just had out was about Bumble and stuff that Kyle was bringing up, and Josh didn't know what Tinder was.
I had my feet out on the episode.
Yeah, they wanted to see Ryan's. They wanted to see Ryan's gout.
They wanted to see my gout toe.
But,
so it was fun because like half the people were like, "Oh, look at that," and other half the people were like, "Let me know when he puts his foot away." But I never did.
Then there was this one guy that's like, "Your foot's still out, gross."
And then did you see? Was his name Forrest?
Yeah,
he was the camera guy for the day, and Ryan and I. He was one of the first guys there that Ryan and I met, and he was basically his gear was at our table at the coffee shop area.
Yeah, Josh's like, I won't steal much.
Yeah, I'm like, I won't steal much. Like that's a $2,000 lens. I won't take that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not worried. Well, we were talking to him.
Yeah,
he was there all day. Well, did you guys realize that when Ryan's feet were out? Like he was kind of grossed out by it, but then he got down with his camera.
He was like
on
taking
the floor,
pictures of my foot.
So you know that you're on Feet Finder now. It's just you're not making any money off of it.
All those people are saying,
Forrest, you fucked up. I know you, so I expect my commission.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to do all the work and you just like collect, I don't know, a certain percentage, it's not a bad gig.
I'll take a cool like 35% off the top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I bet there's a lot of people out there who do that.
Right. Yeah. So the night progressed into the awards. Mike and I went home. I instantly regretted it. But it is what it is. I had kids to take care of, and it was late for Sunday night. What?
Sorry. The awards.
The awards, yeah. So you'll notice on the table, we have some new hardware.
Woo!
Hopefully many more to come.
Yeah.
I wish we had the applause guy back
there.
Awesome.
New emerging podcast, right?
New emerging podcast.
New emerging podcast of 2024. It was the most entered category for the awards.
Oh, really? So the most options to vote from?
There were 35. Total, there was, including us, there was 35.
So you had to be nominated by someone. Someone had to nominate you for it. And
it's an honor award, so you can't nominate yourself for this one.
We don't know. We still don't know who nominated us. Someone nominated us. Nominated us.
Oh, we have fans. Thank you, fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Then this was a while ago. Because when did I get this email from?
Has to be back in like late March, early April.
Yeah, and we were nominated for it. Maybe it was Magic Mike, our number one fan over there.
Did you nominate us before you showed up on the cast?
I did not. I was just about to have a speech ready, like, hey, like this. A lot of this is like you guys, because this was all work put in prior to me. You know,
well, you brought to it. So
for sure. But
and the judging was by an actual panel of judges who are podcast professionals. It wasn't just random people,
and not like. Oh, it's just a group of people. No, they sent episodes all over the world to people to watch and pick.
Yeah.
It was impressive where the judges were and all that stuff.
So that's why it was kind of important for Mike and I and Ryan. We got nominated. We're kind of like, okay, shit, that's not till September. We got plenty of time. We can put enough content out, get some good shows going. But at the same time, we're like, we need to be on our game now. We need to keep consistent. That was the word of the day is consistency. You know, we need to be consistent
in
on
everything, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So we need to keep consistent on doing our shows, doing our lives, doing our recordings, doing social media. And I think it got to be a little much, but I think we worked through it and obviously came out on top.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
People like, you talk to people throughout the day. Like I met the folks that do Beautiful View here out of Bellevue. They were there too. Met and we were talking to them. I met some other folks and they're all like, well, how long have you guys been doing this? And we're like, 10 months. And they're like, what? They're like, 10 months. It's fun. We enjoy it. We think we're doing okay. And they're like, okay. It was eye-opening for me because I was like, we do a podcast. We're all right. But I guess we're doing good things. I'm not trying to jinx us or sound like braggish or anything.
Knock on wood.
And that doesn't come without the viewers. So we appreciate everyone that listens to us for a whole episode, part of an episode. These guys are idiots. It doesn't matter. Thank you very much.
All the fans, all the people
and it
that
doesn't
vote.
come from all your guys' hard work. I want to give a shout out to Mike Olson because he does a ton of stuff behind the scenes. He manages our social media. He does all our shorts. I assist him very, very minutely with some video editing. I just give him timestamps and make him do the rest. Shout out to Josh. Josh gave us a place to build a studio.
Yeah.
He ponied out for equipment right away. I mean, we all
did our part.
Kyle contributed. We wouldn't have this nice ass rug for me to rub my bare feet on if it wasn't for Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
Everybody's thrown together. Magic Mike, thank you very much for your contributions. It took a whole team.
Stan.
It took a whole team. And, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everybody pulling together, which was very cool. But I was laughing so hard earlier. Sorry, I feel like I'm taking all the airtime.
A little bit.
I don't care. People like my voice. The reason I was laughing about you mentioned the awards show. So we all went to dinner. You two left. Me and Josh go pick up some shoes somewhere and then go to this awards show. And I was wearing shorts like this and a Manstream podcast t-shirt and a hat. We show up to this awards show and start walking in, and I'm like, well, that motherfucker's there in slacks. That guy's got a suspender and bow tie on. And we get in this elevator and come out into like the cocktail hour. And people are in like ball gowns,
it's fancy.
fucking
Tuxedos
dressed to the nines, tuxedos, and you got us walking around in our shorts and t-shirts and ball caps,
hillbilly bumpkins, man.
just hanging out.
Whatever.
But you know what? That I think that suits our podcast very well.
It does.
Like,
As my wife said, that's your guys' thing.
yeah, we're not not your everyday formal.
The right move would have been turning right around, going back down to your car, grabbing the 2 suit jackets, and coming up with the shorts and be like, hey, this is all we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we thought about it.
we're walking around like, fuck it, and then to win an award and get pulled up on stage in front of everybody, take this award and flip fucking hey dudes in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I told Mike when we got announced, it was kind of like everything went so fast.
Oh, it's crazy.
And you really didn't realize. And like, I turned around to look for Mike, not realizing he wasn't there. And like, then I saw you, and I was like, fuck yeah, Ryan, let's go. And I was like, where's Mike at? I was thinking like, where's Mike?
If you watch the video, I'm walking down the aisle like high-fiving people. Like I just won $1 billion. And
He's
there's
coming
this guy
down for the Price is Right.
There's this guy sitting there from another podcast, and he's like, yeah. And I go to high-five him, and he doesn't. And I just air high-five nothing and keep walking, and you can see it clear as day in the video. But it was really fun. Grateful for the opportunity. Hopefully it'd be cool to get nominated for something again next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you'll see, as a viewer and someone who enjoys, you'll see us maybe try to up our game even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not to take this any lightly, because I watched the video and I watched what they said on stage, like what this award was, and the way they put it, like this is like a new artist award. This is the people that are willing to bust their ass, put in the time, and try to do everything right in a short amount of time, obviously 10 months, to get this award. And that's the way they looked at us, was like, these guys are busting their ass to try to do something good here. And we're an award winner.
Yeah. And I think next year, one of the things that I told Logan, I said, now that we got one, we obviously want to be back for more. I think that's like what you said, Ryan. We're going to try to up our game. Mm-hmm. In all the other categories that we were sitting at the table, Mike, and like they were nominating people, and we're like, fuck, we could have been in that. We could have been in that. We could have been in that.
All the categories are unanimous.
No, so like for us in the honors award, ours and three other awards were the only ones that were like anonymous, and we had to get nominated by somebody else. The other ones, you nominated your show based upon like, hey, that was a great fucking episode. We're going to put that in for episode of the year. Or like, hey, we think us four plus Kyle, when he's in here, we might be the ensemble of the year or whatever. You can do that. And then those people in those categories, then, the panel, awards them based upon the production or whatever they're in. But like we were sitting there like comedy. We could have done that.
Yeah.
We could have done entertainer. We could have done there's so many categories. I think him and I looked at each other like, why the fuck aren't we up there?
Yeah, it was.
Well, now we know, right? I mean, it's cool to get that invite, right? And,
yeah.
Hey,
well, and
watch out.
The whole the whole experience was phenomenal, and I've been talking about it so we got back last Sunday.
It's been a week.
I've been talking about it for a week, and I'm pretty sure Courtney is about to throw up for how much, I met people and we're trying this, and we're changing this. And so it's exciting. It's very exciting to me. It's exciting for you.
Yeah, I've talked to Ryan a lot about it.
Mike just got a lot more shit piled on his plate, but, we're trying to help him out. But I think it's the spur we needed to try to do what we want to do with this podcast, which is, be successful and enjoy it. And, hey, I'd love to do this for a job, but do I expect it? No, but I don't think it's unattainable. It just depends. You get out. What I've gathered is you get out of podcasting what you put into podcasting.
Yeah, I mean that's like the number one thing that I think everybody always says about podcasting. It's like if you listen to enough of them, like me, I listen to them all day. They're always like, "This shit ain't easy. Like it's a lot of work. You got to put time in. You got to do it every day, especially if you're pumping 2-3 episodes out a week.
Yeah,
it's
a grind. It's a grind, and yeah, I mean." It gets old saying it, but like, share, and follow. We're working on some good ideas. I don't want to jump those ideas out. Put the horse in front or cart in front of the horse. Stay tuned. We got some good ideas we're working on, and hopefully all goes well, and we continue moving.
If you have anything you think you'd like to see us talk about, chat about, hell, if you think you're an interesting person and you want to come chat with us, drop us a line.
Yeah.
There's really not an idea we won't entertain. We have our website, themanstreampodcast.com. It links to all our socials. We all see our socials. We all respond to our socials. So, reach out. Hey, we love feedback, especially from our fans.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's go into our Sip and Savor segment of the night, sponsored by Van's Liquor in East Dubuque, Illinois, on Cincinnati Avenue.
You got it.
I can say it right.
You got
it's
it
Ryan
down.
that can't.
Cincinnati.
Tonight we are doing Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Screwball was on their sale ad a couple weeks ago, but it hits their sales ad every now and then. I don't know much about it. I've seen a lot of recipes on there of people doing different, like grape jelly and Screwball makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's
shot. Stuff like that.
Or like, just like grape juice.
Yeah, like banana liqueur, and this makes an Elvis, is banana and peanut butter kind of guy. So
chocolate liqueur makes a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, that'd be your fancy, wouldn't it?
Just a little sip tonight of the old peanut butter whiskey.
Just sipping, huh?
Just sipping.
Still not over last weekend.
I want to preface I don't want to do this.
I didn't drink it all this weekend, so.
You don't want to do this?
But,
not really.
All right, cheers. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Cheers. Congrats.
On great 2024 so far.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it tastes like peanut butter with a kick.
Better cold.
I could drink that shit straight on ice.
I think that's how you're supposed to drink it.
All day.
It's very good. It's like, you know what? If you go to like a fancy restaurant or something, sometimes they'll bring out like a dessert shot.
Wow.
You got to get like a
I could see that being the dessert.
Semi-dry jelly. Put it around the rim of that.
Yeah, or there was another recipe I saw. It was called a Nutty Russian. It was a white Russian, only using that. So a peanut butter Russian, Nutty Russian.
Nutty Russian.
Don't bring up Russians with Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know what his beef is.
I don't know either.
Is he not a fan of?
No, much like how Dave was really against France.
I don't know
man.
what was up with that.
Fucking frog people. Who knows?
People have their quirks. No, it's.
I had a great time in Paris. It was fucking phenomenal.
I love pasta.
Yeah.
That's France, right?
No,
that's Italy. Bro.
That's Italy.
Well,
I mean, they had pasta there, dudes, and it was good.
Yeah, but I guess not spaghetti.
Yeah, no.
pizza?
No, that's Italy
That's
too.
Italy, brother.
I love French fries.
Stay tuned for our next episode where we give Ryan
They have like
an education.
They have like baguettes. They have like croissants.
A baguette.
They have like
Coq au vin.
quiche.
Coq au
and
vin
like,
is good.
Yeah, that macaroons.
That's where the bechamel was made. Was in French.
What
France, Burgundy.
is it?
That's where the Statue of Liberty came from.
Spatzel? Is that French?
Spätzle's German.
German. That's right. I should have known that.
Wiener
when I said it.
Schnitzel.
Yeah.
I don't know. They make some sort of like small French fries over there, but they're not French fries. They're
Poutine.
Freedom fries.
Well, poutine, but
Poutine. That's just French
I thought
fries.
that was
with gravy.
Canadian.
Talking hash browns.
Poutine is French.
It's French? I love poutine.
A little bit bigger. McDonald's fries. What are you
McDonald's
talking about?
fries.
maybe not. But
Okay.
anyways, no, the Screwball's good. If you like peanut butter at all or like whiskey at all, give it a shot. I want to wait till around Christmas time, I think, and start mixing some drinks with that. I think that'd be good.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's a bunch you do with like coffee liqueur and Baileys.
Dude, I was
stuff.
just thinking like that's going in my coffee tomorrow before I go to work.
That's a good idea.
No.
You did not hear that
I
word.
would not. He meant before he goes to bed.
That's my after-hour coffee when I get home. But that's awesome.
Hey, I do have a cup of coffee every night about 5 o'clock. So
Decaf or regular?
regular.
Oh, bro. The other night I had 2 cups a regular at 7:30.
What's wrong with you, man?
I was up till 1:32 in the morning.
So when I sold cars, I used to drink coffee all day, especially in the winter, man. You get cold, just drink it, and it's there. So now I limit myself to 2 cups in the morning and then 1 at 5 o'clock when I get home.
Wow.
And it's not every day, but most
Time do
days.
you get off work?
I get off at 4:30
You have coffee at 4:30.
Why don't you try to hit that cup
5
at like
o'clock.
3 o'clock?
because that would involve me making a more pot of coffee at work.
So he still has a leftover from the home, or do you do single Keurig cups or something?
No, I have a Ninja coffee bar.
Yeah.
That I can do single cups or
That sounds
craft.
fucking
Traveler,
fancy.
extra large mugs.
Can you do
full calf?
Can you do lattes?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got the
frother on the side.
Yeah,
No
that thing.
shit?
Yeah,
I
dude.
got the same thing.
I'm
bro.
coming over.
It's a
Where's my
drip.
fucking coffee? I'm
They're
spending
not-
$6 a day.
I don't think they're that expensive.
No, and it's so much better than a Keurig because K cups are expensive.
Yeah,
This
it's
you-
ground, dude. You
Yeah.
can get the bamboo filters.
Yeah, dude, we
Really?
got
Yeah.
bamboo filters, and we go to Sam's and we buy the big old bag of freaking Verena Street.
Oh.
Out
You
of
want
the
to hear
beer.
how I make
I
my
get mine
coffee?
from Aldi.
I take the filter and put it in the back, and I take 3 scoops of Folgers and put it in there, and then water in the back and turn it on.
In the
back of
back?
what?
Yeah, it's a drip.
It's a coffee pot.
It's a drip.
It's a drip.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
a
gotcha.
coffee- Just a regular old coffee.
No,
Okay.
I got the Ninja
And I
coffee
put a
bar.
shitload of cream and sugar in it.
I got the Ninja coffee bar quite a long time ago. The frother, I've never used it.
Really?
What?
See, I want to
Use it
Yeah.
on regular coffee?
like just
Lattes?
black coffee? No, but like if you're gonna put creamer in it or anything like
A
that,
latte.
you froth it up.
Oh, I see. I drink my coffee black.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh.
But
Oh.
like when I wanna like make something
like a
fancy or something like that.
cappuccino or a latte.
Yeah,
or
I make
anything?
this really nice. I make this really nice like caramel. It's probably a latte for my wife sometimes,
Yeah.
Oh.
and I
I'm
get
gonna
like
drink coffee in the winter.
half and half or almond milk or
Every
something.
day.
And I try to make it fancy, and I'll drizzle like caramel syrup around the inside of it.
Oh, you're a barista, aren't you?
Yeah,
Said I'll drizzle.
that's why we got it right to
Yeah.
fuck around with it.
Oh, yeah. I've never done that.
I will preface, I haven't done that in a long time.
Did yours
but
come with the tea one as well? Like
Oh.
the tea strainer that you can do tea in it as well?
probably.
Yeah, I do
Probably.
tea
That's
in mine all the time.
probably in a drawer.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a tea kettle for what odd reason. I don't know. I just use the Ninja coffee bar, put the tea strainer in, and away I go.
We do dandelion tea on the weekends.
Oh yeah,
with
dude.
honey.
Dandelions are really good for you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They are.
Like you
they
just
are.
get them out of your yard.
No, it's like no. There's a special.
Okay.
Like
There's
Before you judge us-
You can.
Before
can.
you judge us.
It's
what do you
really,
just boil
go
them in
down
water?
the dandelion hole
Yeah,
and
it's
come
crazy.
back to me next week
I
and then
did-
be like,
dude. I
Holy
love it.
fuck.
I don't like. I love dandelions. Like I'll go out in my yard and pick them when they first come up.
you
and
want
eat
the
'em.
roots.
Yeah.
Eat them.
Yeah, the leaves. You make them into salad. It's like arugula. It's peppery.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Before you spray chemicals.
I
on the
don't do
shit?
that, but I
My yard's sprayed.
I have
don't
fucking
Yeah.
poison ivy in my mouth. Like, yeah, I tried to make a fucking salad in my backyard. Thanks,
no,
Josh.
I don't spray my yard at all or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you can eat dandelion greens, man. The whole dandelion plant is edible.
Dude,
Do you have
look
any
up
pets?
the connection between
No.
dandelions and Roundup.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I don't
And
use Roundup.
Hey, we're done with the conspiracy theory
All
episode. bro.
right, you're right. You're right. We might have to go part
Conspiracy
3
theories,
on that.
part 3.
Part 3. You know what? We got a lot of good feedback.
I
on
was
that.
just gonna
mean,
say that. I was on the beach this weekend and people were
Yeah.
saying
We met some guys that run a conspiracy theory podcast out of Iowa, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Yeah, we listened to half your episode on the way here to the awards. It was great."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, that's awesome." I'm sorry I can't recall your names, but
Conspiracy to argue.
was there a podcast?
Yep, that's
Yep.
the name.
I can't remember the name of it. I can't
Yeah.
remember the
Two
name
really
of
nice-
anyone I met
Two really nice guys.
because I am terrible with names.
Yeah, and I was not there.
This motherfucker thought he wasn't going to be able to walk up the stairs to get our award. I'm like, I'll go by myself. No, I think I can do it.
Here's what's crazy: the lighting up there. Did you see that? That
Don't blame the fucking lighting.
Did you see the 7-stair step up there? It was painted black and there was no lights on it. And the one guy tripped and fell going up. He caught himself, but I'm like, that's when I said I'm going to
That's
bust my
gonna be
ass going
me.
up there. Absolutely.
Anywho.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why, because the lighting.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick sponsor break from our sponsor, Van's Liquor.
We went way off on that.
Thanks, Jeff.
Are you ready to make every moment unforgettable? Well, we've got the perfect pit stop for you. Van's Liquor. Need a rare bottle for that special occasion? Van's Liquor has it. Craving the finest beers for your weekend hangout? Van's Liquor has it. Just over the bridge at 470 Cincinnati Avenue, East Dubuque. Van's Liquor has everything you need to turn the ordinary into extraordinary. Don't settle for less. Choose the best at Van's Liquor, your celebration headquarters in East Dubuque.
Thank you for that sponsor ad, Van's Liquor, for all your beverage needs. Visit Van's Liquor and Cincinnati Avenue in East Dubuque, Illinois. Mention the Manstream podcast. They won't be beaten. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So let's move on and kind of go over how our weeks were, because we kind of jumped right into the awards and just kind of see how you guys' week were. What have you been doing? How was it?
I was sick all week.
That sounds fun.
He partied
Sunday was
way too much.
I got up at 6:45. I got home at 2 a.m, and I had 2 hours of sleep.
Doing what? What were you doing?
I was at the podcast deal.
Oh,
why
yeah.
didn't I
Oh,
sleep?
Jesus Christ.
Because I was at his house partying.
The old,
Yeah.
syndication.
my
Someone had to
fault.
babysit him. This
You
motherfucker's
guys-
running around town all crazy.
You guys, I did not run around town, but you guys made
Well, you kind of did.
you guys
Town's
made-
not very big.
you guys made smart business decisions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he went home
Ryan
early.
and I did not.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He invited me at like 8:30, and I was like,
I jetted
"Bro,
at-
I'm in bed playing Harry Potter and watching football. And my wife is reading.
I jetted at
Business
9:30.
decision. I'm staying home."
Viewers, you can hear all about it because we talked a lot about it in the live episode
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
okay. You're
podcast
right,
awards
you're
that
right.
we will drop. So I don't think we need to rehash it. But it was a lot of fun.
You're right.
And decisions were made. Some were great, some not so much. Anyway, so yeah, I got home Sunday night late. Courtney was not feeling well either. And she was there, so I'm gonna say she got me
It's
sick.
her fault. Yeah, it's got to be.
But she went
Stop
to work.
sharing water.
She went to
Telling
work
you that.
Monday because she had to, because someone called in. And I was like, that sucks. And then I finally woke up Monday and I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm going back to bed. So I slept for 2.5 straight days, pretty
Ooh,
much.
that's
Wow.
the best, though.
And then finally, Wednesday afternoon, evening, I was feeling better. Thursday, I actually went and like worked somewhere. So yeah, being in my line of work, you don't walk in sick anyway. Our customers will be like, yeah, you need to.
Get
Food
outta
grade
here.
facilities. Yeah.
Yeah, people don't want you there.
So you had a shitty week.
I had a terrible week. I mean, I played a lot of Xbox and sat around
Glad
the
you went
house,
first.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna make our week sound great.
yeah. Good for you guys.
Mine was a fucking gem in comparison. Yeah. I mean, we got home about 12 o'clock. I dropped you off at Mike's house on Sunday night.
Yeah, like 12:30 something.
Yep. And then I woke up. I was going to stay home and not go to work the first half of the day. However, my boss called at like 6:45 and said, "Hey, I'm not feeling good today. Can you go golf in the Dubuque Chamber of Commerce golf outing for me?" And I was like, I suppose.
Oh yeah, what a punishment! Hey, can you go golf for me? I guess.
Suppose I could sweat this thing out,
Oh,
huh?
it was like 90 degrees out,
Yeah.
hot as hell.
If I
Golfed with,
have to golf,
It's
Yeah.
just what you needed.
yeah, golfed with 3 women.
Probably got a glizzy on the turn.
there's something else.
Fucking,
we had hot dogs
hot
ahead of
dog.
time. We
Yeah,
had
I
hot
was gonna
dogs,
say.
yeah. So Dubuque Golf and Country Club had a great time on Monday. Busy with work the rest of the week, and it's just going to get even busier for like healthcare, the industry. You know, this is our big time of the year. I don't think, you know how this
Open
summer.
enrollment, baby.
Yeah, this summer I was coming home at like 3:30. Boss like, hey, get out of here, go enjoy the day. Now it's going to be like 6-7 o'clock at night, and we've got a conference coming up this week in Iowa City. I'm going to be out there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Nice.
And then Muscatine. No, that's 2 weeks.
Muscatine,
Two
yeah.
weeks. Yeah, I'm marrying a couple. So
Yeah.
You are.
yeah. This will be my 14th
It's amazing what you can
wedding.
get online.
Josh is ordained.
Universal Life Church,
What,
baby.
it costs like $35.
Yeah, roughly
14 weddings.
14 now.
Yeah. Hey, viewers, if you need a ordained wedding guy,
Free
Well,
of charge.
I didn't want to
just-
say
Catch
minister.
some notes from you because I have a cousin that I don't know how serious he is. I'm pretty close to him, but he always tells me that he wants me to marry him whenever
Yeah.
he gets married, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
You just have to go through pay, take a test online, and
Oh, yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
wanna
I had my
super
cousin
easy.
marry me. I had my cousin Connor marry me.
Yeah,
Ryan,
marry somebody.
Ryan
That'd
would
be
be a
fucking
good guy
awesome.
to have marry you.
I feel
Hello and welcome to the wedding.
You know what? At some point, you can at some places you can get away with that vibe, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't charge for anything. Just pay for my hotel for me to drive there and stay the night or whatever it is. And that's all. And food and booze. And that's all I care about. So, yeah, hit me up.
Do you stand up there and you're like, it's like a circle?
It's like a circle.
Not a square triangle.
But a circle.
Your life is like
No, I try to like customize them to each individual person. So, or the couple.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
Take information.
Yeah, I stalk their Facebook profiles, see pictures and shit, and put it together.
Mike,
For real?
how was your week?
Oh,
I was gonna say what? Maybe I don't want to do this. My week was good. It's just a typical week for me, to be honest. I was working. There was a bug that went through my house. Didn't catch me because I don't fucking share water and straws and glasses of stuff. So I was good.
Why is the germaphobe always sit next to me?
He's
Sorry,
the
I don't
assassin.
mean to call you anything mean.
I
Kyle
fucking
kind of
snapped
freaks
that
out
fly,
about that
didn't I?
stuff too.
Yeah, you did.
But no, I just went to work. Had an interview for head track coach.
How'd
over
that
at
go?
the school.
Good.
I think it went very good.
When do you find out?
I don't know.
Track time.
No. It'll be soon. Because I said I mentioned that in the interview. But I was like, I need some time. If it is gonna be me, I'm gonna need to know. I mean, track starts in February.
Right? You need to
So-
know.
Did you put us down as references?
Yeah, we can give you good ones.
No.
No, it's okay. Mike, how was your week?
It was good, man. Finally recovered from last Saturday.
It took. It sucks when you get old, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
So
no,
funny.
good, man. We went camping. Took the kids to Jellystone Park in Monticello. They got to meet Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
Wow.
It was Halloween weekend, so they got to trick or treat and dress up in their costumes. It was a good time.
Do they have like actual people that dress up as characters for that, or is it just like statues that are there?
No, they're real.
No shit.
Yeah, they're real bears.
Yeah, Yogi Bear's a real guy.
What are you
Dude,
trying
bear.
to do?
I don't
Actually,
want to ruin the magic.
No.
Sounds like it was trick or treating for the adults too, though, huh?
Yeah.
if you wanted to, I did not partake.
Boo.
But yeah, if you wanted to tie a good one on out there, you could easily do that.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, oh, first camper we stopped at, kids walked up, trick or treat. He goes, you can have 2 pieces. He goes, adults, raspberry margarita. No.
Just got it out of the Jimmy Buffett grinder.
All you hear is a blender on the inside.
Dude, go down to the next one. Hey, trick or treat, kids! You can pick one there. Shots? Anybody? Shots?
White Russian? White Russian,
I'm
anybody?
good. No. So, but you're at a campground. You don't really have anywhere to go. So it's always a fun time. But to answer your question, yes, it's workers typically.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I was explaining to Ashley, I grew up going to Jellystone Park in Amboy, Illinois, and my brothers and I, we all worked there as we got older.
It's like a same.
And-
it's same people. The same people own it. It's just
Well, no, it's a franchise. You buy into the
okay.
franchise. This one was owned by Dan O'Connell. It was a big campground where I grew up, about 3,000 campsites.
Wow.
Holy
3
cow.
pools. It was big. But
I mean,
we all worked there, my brothers and I, and part of what we did was I played Boo Boo, Cindy, when I got tall enough, Yogi.
Did you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
In Illinois?
Yeah, in Amboy.
if
That's
you
awesome,
don't,
dude.
Did you steal lunches?
No.
Time out.
stealing
If
shit
you
like
don't come to the Halloween episode dressed as that and playing that part, I don't believe you.
Do you know how expensive?
Oh, it's probably
I'm sure
a couple
it is.
grand
Oh
for a
yeah.
suit like that.
Let me just go steal one.
Bless you.
Believe it or not, no. I'm
Bless
sure
you.
I can. I'm sure my mom can drum up some pictures from then. But
That's cool.
absolutely, yeah.
Thanks.
No, it was a good time. Hawkeyes pulled the win off.
That was awesome.
I
It was
watched.
W.
I watched
Like
quite a bit.
convincing. Like,
Yeah. Caleb Johnson, man, that dude.
For Heisman.
He doesn't want to go down.
No, and
he's
what
their
do you
running
have?
back, right?
Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
have? 230 yards
Yeah.
and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously not as big, but he kind of runs like Marshawn Lynch a little bit. Just
He's
like,
actually
"Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, for me, but
I mean, he's not as big as beast mode, but
No,
for
but
a
he's
running back
big.
Yeah.
and as elusive as he's big for an elusive.
Isn't
running
he
back.
like 210?
Yeah,
Yeah. He
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of Sean Green.
absolutely.
okay,
A
yeah.
lot of Sean
Definitely.
Green from back in the day.
And he's humble too. Did you see the interview that he had?
Yeah.
He was just like, "Oh man, my O line, I owe everything to them. Those guys are the best. My O line. I mean, that's
That's how it should
kind of
be.
the way it should be.
Yeah, you
That-
don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And a little bit some tight ends probably. Action.
But what scares me though is our passing game still showed to be very lackadaisical. If it wasn't for 230 rush yards, 3 touchdowns,
would have been a closer game.
I don't think. Yeah, that definitely. So
yeah.
So, sorry to interrupt, because I don't know football obviously the best, but like it seemed like the announcers were saying like, "Oh, this is perfect time for play action. Perfect time for play action." We just never gonna try that after a big run or like six. I mean, it's obviously having it. Play action works off of how successful the run is, right?
It does.
Okay, so we're obviously having a ton of success on it. I guess if you're having success, why stop doing it? Unless you're just gonna just ride the horse all game, which prevents other worries.
To me, what I
take
saw
a fucking shot
was I saw no confidence in your quarterback.
That to me is what play action. No, not calling play action in that position as a coach.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
Was, you know what? They are not stopping us run. We're just going to keep running. I'm not confident that we'd make a play.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand the ball off to Caleb
right?
Johnson.
How are you ever going to get receivers recruited that way if you don't trust a quarterback that you have?
Well, and I think I only saw like the second half, but when you are finally up by 2 scores, you're not gonna pass.
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Especially Iowa, who's like the most. We have hell. We're up by 3. Time to run out the clock,
right?
And go to cover 2 defense. Like
we're too safe.
Extremely conservative side when it comes to stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I thought they looked good from what I saw. I will give a shout out to the second string running back that came in. What is he, number 9 or whatever?
Jazzy Patterson.
He runs hard too.
Yeah,
he's actually
he is not afraid of contact or conflict or anything.
He came into the season as our 4th string.
Yeah, he's just
shit, and he's just like giving me the ball.
Made his way up the depth chart.
He's fast, and he was last year, and then he got hurt. LaShawn Williams and Malton, I don't know where they were. LaShawn Williams hasn't done much this year at all running, but
no.
I don't know. I don't want to know what happens when we face a team that can stop the run. And as much as our defense was so highly talked about, and I think they're good, don't get me wrong, they have shown signs this year of being very shitty.
Yeah, not consistent at
what
all.
was it I heard? So last weekend they played Troy at home, and they gave up 2 really big pass plays.
Huge.
And I heard the other day that was the longest, those were the longest plays we've given up since 1995 as a defense.
Yeah, it's crazy because we had lockdown defense past couple of years for sure. Yeah,
that thins out though eventually, right?
It does.
Yeah, we were supposed to be pretty
stout on
I imagine it would be even worse next year because like there's some major pieces that are going to be gone that came back this year.
Yeah. Our linebacker core, and some safety.
We usually do replenish most of the time.
Absolutely, especially on defense.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that most people don't understand. Defense is the easiest side of the ball to play on. Offense is the hardest.
I disagree.
I don't. I've seen it time and time again. Defense is so much easier to play than an offensive line or offensive scheme, in my opinion. It's the easiest game to play.
I don't know much about it, but that would make more sense. There's probably more things to study on the offensive side than there is on defense.
Yeah, but on offense, you know what's going to happen. On defense, you have no. A defense is all read and react. You don't know what the offense is going to do with the ball. Oh, it's 100%.
It is read and react. That's why it's so easy.
I mean,
because you don't have to memorize shit.
If you're the backside defensive end on a run play, so if the offense is running to your left, you're on the right-hand side, you can't just automatically run to the left because if the quarterback's reading you, he's going to keep the ball and keep running.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to play you got to play your responsibility.
Yep.
You don't know what your responsibility is till the ball starts.
I'd much rather play defense too. I think that would be easier. Like I trust myself more than I trust everybody else around me.
There's just on defense, the only thing that I can say is there's more free flow than there is where it's structure on offense. But I will say what Ryan said is true, is that you have to play your part. You have to do your job. If you're a DN, you can't just abandon and just go run.
Right.
Because then it opens up, and that quarterback, if he's worth a shit, is going to pull the ball. Like DBs, cornerbacks, they got to stay home. Yeah, they could fucking run down anybody if they wanted to. But if it's a reverse that's a delay or it's like an end around and they go chasing, well, that's just a TD waiting to happen. So
I don't know football enough.
I don't know. I played offense.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my bread. I was an offensive lineman, but I always thought in my opinion, you always had to be offensive linemen were more aggressive. And you could be more aggressive because you knew where you were going.
Yeah.
Like, you're setting the defensive line up. Like, I hope they do this again because we're running a trap and I'm fixing to ear hole that defensive tackle and knock him on his ass. And he has no clue it's coming.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Everybody, like in high school, everybody's like, oh, defense. You can be aggressive. You can be mean. It's like, no, I disagree. But it's to each their own.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree with both sides of that, but we'll see what happens. We got a bye week this coming week, and then we play Ohio State at Ohio State.
We could really fuck some shit up, guys.
It could be really good for Iowa fans, or it could be what everybody's expecting.
You know, I looking at the rest of Iowa's
I don't ever
schedule,
know what to expect.
It's
We're
not.
honestly in upset games all the time.
Yeah.
And we do, I would say, every other year, if not yearly, make a big upset.
But we're also on the it's
I
a
know,
teeter-totter.
I
We're
know.
always either getting upset or we're trying to upset.
I know. But I would say the majority of the time, the people that we upset, it affects them a lot more than it would affect us when we lose.
It wouldn't surprise me if Iowa goes to Ohio State and wins, and then drops a silly game to fucking
Northwestern.
Rutgers.
Northwestern.
Yeah.
Just gonna say we know it.
Northwestern, we always play like shit
Yeah.
against them. Or
Yeah,
they play
you
us
know,
close.
like we smash all these teams that are projected to do well, and then we go play against a Northwestern or
Yep.
Right.
another team like that. And
Right.
get killed. But
I was just
who knows?
happy we beat Minnesota. PJ Fleck is a
Roll the
tool
boat.
bag.
I'm just
and-
glad we brought the pig home.
And Floyd of Rosedale. The Iowa marching band was supposed to go play at Minnesota. They were supposed to travel. They traveled to close enough games to be there. Minnesota would not sell them tickets.
Really?
For real?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that?
That's pretty shitty.
This is what happened. So
I will say I
Well,
did
good
see
thing
the
we laid that fucking ass whooping then.
yeah, I did see the post game locker room call to Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. I saw that too.
And they're like,
FaceTimed him.
we got it back. We got it back for you, man.
Yeah.
yeah, that wasn't a fair catch. I just wanted PJ Fleck to say that in his post game. Yeah, by the way, last year it was not a fair catch.
Oh,
Yeah, no shit.
douchebag.
But
Yep.
yeah, man. Yeah, they I don't know. They decided not to sell the marching band tickets, and if anybody saw on the Pat McAfee show, he thinks the Iowa Hawkeye marching band's the best in the world. Well, nation, maybe the world. He said. So
He said that.
they're part. Yeah, absolutely.
I did not see that.
Yeah, they're part of the game too. You
Yeah.
know, they're really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to my neighbor Drew.
I was just gonna ask where you got that information from.
No, I watched Pat McAfee. Oh, which one? That they didn't sell the tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neighbors.
But Drew Chapman, trumpet player for the Iowa marching band,
Go Drew.
senior year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is
yeah,
cool.
it's cool. He's a good trumpet player. So,
Let's get him on here sometime.
I actually talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it?
I'd like to hear some of that
Timmy
shit.
Trumpet? The Tommy
Ooh,
Trumpet?
Timmy
song?
Trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had a.
Yeah.
I went to school with a guy. His name was Yinka Odenai, and he was from Africa. He was he called himself an African prince. Like he seemed to play the part. I don't know if it was completely true or not, but he always seemed. Everybody was serious about it when they talked about it. So, but he was also a world class saxophonist, and he'd be in the dorm just fucking wailing on that thing, and everybody loved it because it was good. It
Yeah.
sounded awesome. Or we all be in the cafeteria, and he'd come walking in, and he'd be like, "Seems a little dull around here." He had really deep voice. Like, "Seems a little dull around here." And and like, fuck.
All I
yeah,
can think
dude.
of is you walk into some like Chicago basement bar where it's dark and
Jazz.
smoky, and you just hear,
Yeah.
"Let's get it going tonight." And
I know.
just a little saxophone to get
Yeah,
the mood right.
it was
you know what I
good.
mean?
He was cool. He was cool, dude.
Did you slip him a tenner like when you had a chick over and you're like, hey, give me a little Marvin Gaye on this
I
one?
never thought of that. I
Give me
never
a little,
thought of that.
Give me a little something, something.
Give me
Maybe
a
I
little
should've.
Barrett. Give me a little Barrett.
Ron
There's another-
Burgundy on the Yaz
Yeah.
flute.
Guys,
Oh, fucking love
Let me
that
just pull
show.
that out of my sleeve.
I love that.
Yep. So, and in true fashion, the Bears lost today. Imagine that. But
Sucks for you.
Broncos won.
yeah, Bo Nix
Well,
looks fucking
Josh,
good.
I mean, it doesn't look. I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot of game left.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to it.
You know, someone said something to me the
trap
other
game,
day
trap
about
game.
about. Can you believe? I think it was the Eagles lost to the Falcons. can you believe that, to the Falcons? I'm like, actually, the Falcons are pretty
Falcons
good.
are looking pretty good this
Yeah,
year.
I
pretty good.
thought they were picked by quite a few people.
They got, what is it, Kirk Cousins is there?
Yeah, and he's looking all right.
He's coming alive down
He
there.
has his seasons where he sucks, and then he has his seasons where it's
he's
like,
coming
who
off
is
an
this
Achilles
guy?
tear. So
you know
it's
what
gonna
the
be
thing
tough.
about Kirk Cousins is, though? He's always consistent.
Yeah.
Just not that next step. He reminds me so much of who was the quarterback for the Chargers for the longest time?
Philip Rivers.
Philip
Yeah,
Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Always consistent.
Yeah.
Just could never get over that hump.
Yeah.
I hate Philip Rivers. The
So do
biggest
I.
crybaby in
That's
the
why he
NFL.
gets paid, dude.
But I tell you what, he was the biggest. If you saw this, listen to some of those mic'd up episodes that he was on, he's the biggest shit talker out there.
Philip?
Like, out of any QB.
But he doesn't cuss.
No,
He doesn't cuss.
And he's got like
cuss,
12 kids.
But he talks shit like a motherfucker.
Was he the one where the guy's like, I'm coming, I'm blitzing? He's like, no, you're not. Right before the snap. You're not backup. You're not blitzing. The guy walked up on the line.
Probably.
I tell you what, though, I think like the game is changing. You look in the NFL right now from a lot of these kids that are coming out of college, and I think they don't have the ability to read a true defense, to go through the natural quarterback progression, because it's so much more of an RPO offense now. And I think a lot of these old QBs are like Tom Brady even said it. Tom Brady said, I was in a program at Michigan that I was 5th on the depth chart. And he's like, I had to work my way up there, and I had to study, and I had to read and do this. And he's like, right now in the college game, they're telling the quarterback who they're throwing to. They're telling everybody what's going to be happening, and not allowing. They want too much control, and they're not allowing the quarterback to learn and to excel on the field, or like to further their knowledge about the game. And I started looking at it. It's like, okay, we look back, we think of like the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Bradys, the John Elway, all these great QBs, and now we see some of these kids coming out of college. It's like, yeah.
Well, the TD numbers are down total. Also, like, do you think that will catch up though? Do you think like that the game will adapt to that? You know what I mean?
It seems like to me that a lot of these QBs nowadays aren't career QBs like the Aaron Rodgers or the Tom Bradys that play until they're 40. A lot of these QBs are like 3, 4, 5 years done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or they're 3rd on the depth chart with their 5th team. I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I saw stride. I mean, Caleb Williams threw 383 yards today, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
But he also threw the ball, or he also had 54 attempts.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah. Which
I
is
thought,
nuts.
okay,
Too much.
I don't follow NFL. You guys don't have a run game?
No, for some reason the Bears can't run the ball to
What the
save
fuck?
the line.
I thought you
the
guys
opposite
had
of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The Bears, and I'm going to say this, I'm not a Bears fan. The Bears had a great pick in Caleb Williams to be their franchise QB if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
But next year's draft, they need linemen. Their O-line is not good.
Right.
And I think you got to have a good O-line if you want to have a good run game. But that the O-line issue also is why Caleb Williams has got like every game 35 hurries,
But if you actually look at it, like the Bears drafted Darnell Wright last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears drafted Tavon Jenkins the year before. So they've been drafting up before they got Caleb Williams. They drafted.
They were building to it.
Building offensive linemen.
But
this
injuries.
line is just... so I read on a Bears site today, they were like, Caleb Williams holds on to the ball way too long. I'm like, are you kidding me? Caleb Williams, they did an average or something. He had like literally 2-point-some seconds to throw the ball. Otherwise, he was getting hit.
Such a short
he doesn't have a
period of
chance.
And the receivers don't have enough time to go through
Even
the
get into
progression
the route.
Yeah, there's
of
no
the
route
route.
there.
Yeah, none at all. So today, what I saw, and granted, it was against the Indianapolis Colts. Mind you ask about a run game. The Indianapolis Colts gave up 230 yards of rushing last week alone.
To who?
I don't remember who they played, but they are like bottom in the league for giving up rushing yards. The Bears had like 50.
And didn't Jonathan Taylor have like a game today?
Jonathan Taylor had a very good game today, and that's what ended up winning. Caleb Williams is a rookie quarterback. He's going to have mistakes. I can't remember.
He's still learning the game.
I don't remember the stats offhand, but Peyton Manning's first year, he had
A shit year.
a gazillion interceptions,
Yeah.
but he also had about as many touchdowns too.
Yeah.
So as long as I see some of that, as we progress, for anybody that actually thought like this year's going to be the year, doesn't understand football.
And like you said, like I think part of the problem with the quarterback situation is where they're only having 5-year plan is like a lot of times is they get 2 or 3 years and like this quarterback sucks, move on. It's like if you want a franchise quarterback that someone's going to have to be there 10 to 12 years, buckle up, dude. Well, let him have 1, 2, you can have 2 bad years, right? You can have a really good year. It's okay to have another bad year in there if you play a 10-year career.
Well, and if you remember right, though, that's what the Bears have always done, right? So Justin Fields was that way. We drafted Justin Fields.
Yep,
terrible quarterback. Justin Fields is now 3-0 with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
I'm not saying his stats are amazing by any means, but he's 3-0.
Yeah.
I think
it's hard to throw the ball when you're on your back.
Was it his problem with the Bears? I don't think so. It's people say that's where QBs are drafted and ruined,
Absolutely,
and the
quarterbacks
Chicago
go
Bears.
to die.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. I think the smart thing is, and not all the teams have this luxury. The Chicago Bears didn't have the luxury to let Caleb Williams sit second string for 1 year and watch a pro QB or a seasoned veteran teach him how the NFL works. College and NFL is 2 different things.
Obviously.
You're in college, it's like the 1% of the 1%. You're in the NFL, it's the 1% of the 1% of the
college.
1%.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me being a Chiefs fan, I always have to say Patrick Mahomes wasn't a great quarterback in college. He just had some huge-ass games where he threw for how many fucking yards.
Yeah.
He learned a lot of his QB skills, I feel, backing up Alex Smith his whole first year. Didn't play shit. And backing up Alex Smith, not saying that Alex Smith is a Pro Bowler that's going to go down in the Hall of Fame by any means, but he was a great QB, and he was a great QB for a couple of different teams. So I think sitting there for that year a lot, like the CJ Strouds, like look
Jordan
at him.
Love.
He showed up last year. This year so far, he ain't shit.
Well, we could say that we can take it one more step beyond Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers, without sitting behind Brett Favre, would not be who he is.
Well, that goes back to your point where you said these kids coming out of college, it's like they can't read a defense.
No.
Well, you see more. I'd say you see more today than we ever have before, where when a team is terrible and has a first-round pick, they pick a kid out of college who's really good, and they throw him into the game right away.
Exactly.
Like you're saying, you have no time to be mentored or
and then
learn.
they shit on him.
Or change the speed, and the speed in the game is, as you progress, is insane. So, the game itself might take longer.
Yeah,
but this in-game speed is nuts.
Well, and you got to look at it, right? So Caleb Williams, Justin Fields was that way, thrown out. Anthony Richardson, Jaden Daniels now for the Redskins. I'll say the Redskins, the Commanders or whatever their name
Redskins.
The Washington football team.
No,
Bo Nix. Bo Nix is another one. Bo Nix was thrown out there.
He had a good game today.
He did, but Bo Nix was thrown out there. All these quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud. Who's the
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Who's the one for the Carolina Panthers that just got benched?
Oh yeah, he was
Kyler out there
he was
now?
like a first round
I don't
pick,
watch
wasn't
much
he?
Kyler Murray.
No, Kyler Miller's with Kyler Murray's with Arizona.
I forget his name. But I heard
he was
about
from Alabama. Went to Alabama. And he just got Bryce Young.
Oh yeah,
Bryce Young.
Bryce,
He just got benched for Andy Dalton. I saw the funniest thing the
it.
other
But
day.
Andy
The Red
Dalton
Rocket.
played great today.
I saw the funniest TikTok the other day. It was like this orange guy, and he goes, "This is Andy Dalton." This is Andy Dalton walking in the coach's office today. Hey, the quarterback isn't doing very good. I need you to start. This is what, your 13th team that you've done this before? When the quarterback's not doing good, call Andy Dalton.
Yeah, bring him in.
Yeah, but he played good
Get
today.
a fucking
he's great.
paycheck, baby.
Well, and if it wasn't for because Bryce got drafted to the 49ers, and if it wasn't for Bryce Young's fuck up in
Bryce
his first,
Young didn't get drafted to the 49ers.
didn't he play for the 49ers?
Bryce Young got drafted.
No,
No,
don't
you're
look at me.
talking about
I don't know.
Who
shit.
was the 49er guy that got hurt? Then Garoppolo got in and got hurt. That gave Brock Purdy his start.
yeah. It's not Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. That's right. Yeah.
Sounds like
And where's Trey at right now?
bad name for
He's
caller.
a backup for. Who is he a backup for? He's a backup somewhere. For Dallas.
Okay.
He's backing up Dak.
Yeah, he'll never get in.
Well, if you look at the Cowboys, how they find their quarterback is they finally get sick of their guy and pull the backup, and the backup plays well. Romo was a backup.
Yeah.
Dak was Romo's backup.
Yeah, I know, but Dak. I mean, they just.
I'm a big fan of Dak.
I like him.
I hate him.
Statistically, even though the Cowboys don't win a lot, he's one of the top QBs in the league.
I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott. I like Dak when he played for Mississippi State. But
Mississippi State.
yeah, so no, you're on to. I mean, it's never, in my opinion, it's never good to throw. As a wide receiver, you can go in no problems. As a rookie, you know,
You can get
Malik
a little
Neighbors.
playtime.
Malik Neighbors had like a 2-touchdown game today, rookie.
Yeah.
Romo Dunze had over 100 yards and a touchdown today. You know, as a wide receiver or running back, you can do that. But a QB, I don't think you have the knowledge up in your head to be able to do that.
Well, you look at as a wide receiver, your job is to block or catch the ball. As a quarterback, your job is to decide everything.
Everything, correct.
Agreed.
And I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I noticed today and last week, Caleb Williams was calling audibles at the line. Like he'll run up and call an audible. Is it the coach seeing something, or is it him seeing something?
I mean, for him,
Who was
hopefully
the guy?
it is.
Who was the guy a couple years ago? Who's like, I'm seeing ghosts out there, and everybody's making fun of him. Who was? You know
That
what I'm
was
talking
Sam
about?
Darnold.
Was it
Sam Darnold is having a hell of a year in
played For
Minnesota.
the Jets, or is that Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Zach
He's like,
Wilson.
I'm seeing ghosts
One of
out
those
there.
two. One of
Sam
those two.
Darnold is having a come around.
Good for him.
Good.
Year 7.
He needed it.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He had
needed it.
like 3 touchdowns today for Minnesota. So, anyways, that's our little football talk.
Yeah.
Let's take a second to hear a word from our sponsor, Lit Up Midwest, and we'll be back with the Manstream Podcast Draft.
Am I the only one that didn't know you can light up your home year-round? Let's talk about Lit Up Midwest. Imagine 16 million lighting combinations, 250 colors per sequence, nearly invisible by day, dazzling by night. Perfect for holidays, parties, or just to make your home stand out. With a one-time installation, enjoy up to 20 years of customizable, permanent lighting.
We're going to jump into our Manstream Podcast Draft. Tonight we are doing top 5 things you wish you could bring back from your childhood, which to me, or to all 4 of us here, it's pretty much top 5 things we could bring back from the 90s, because that's when we all grew up.
Well, yeah, but I think that's different of like, you know, you could do that for any category. I think you'd pick somebody in college now that would say, hey, what do you enjoy about growing up? I think it's more of a nostalgic thing for me. But yeah, it's going to be in that type of category for sure, that time frame.
Absolutely.
But any age could do that.
Right. So we're going to Rochambeau for first pick.
Awesome.
No, I'm kidding.
Fuck, I was hoping for it.
Oh, boy.
Ryan and I always get shafted here because we don't sit on the ends. So
I don't want to go first.
Start in the middle if you want to, Mike.
I think Josh is going to start.
Oh, Jesus.
And we'll go.
I may
right.
not get 2 picks back to back, but I seem to win every draft. So
We should get you that championship belt. Maybe that's what your mom sent you.
I'm racing for one in October.
Are you really?
Yeah, fall bash.
Good for you.
3 nights points championship gets a
All
belt.
right. So what I wish I could bring back from my childhood. This is going to sound horrible, but no responsibility.
No, that's a good one. That was on my list. That's very good.
It's fucking solid.
It ties into a lot of things that will be on my list because, like, you had the time to do that, and you could do the
But-
things on my list.
Okay,
because-
so it's things you miss.
I missed having no responsibility.
Okay. That's
You-
not
you
where
were thinking,
I thought,
like, tangible
That's
things?
not where I thought this was going at all.
I think it can go any way.
I
I'm
have
gonna go
tangible-
more
That's a
along
hard
the lines
picture to
of,
put
like,
on a flyer.
Yeah. I thought it was tangible stuff.
Anyway, I'll
I can do
accept it.
tangibles.
I'll let it go.
I can do tangibles. I got no problem with that. That was just one of the biggest things from my childhood. I
Yeah.
mean, I think with all of ours,
I
is
gotta
that
take
I think
no
you're. I
responsibility
think.
here.
I think for me, a lot of the things that I have on my list are going to be due to because I don't have the responsibility of being somewhere all the
all
time
right.
now.
All right. So I
like that.
I
pick.
won't do the intangible. I will do Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay, that's really good. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
What? That's a great pick.
I almost said, hey, Kyle, will you fucking pick something already?
Yeah. Fuck off.
No, wait. Can I
You guys-
change that
you
one?
guys wanted me to change, so I changed.
I did
Never
not
that.
want you to change.
I'll hear the
one
rest
time-
of your guys's, and then I'll say mine. Tell me if it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday morning cartoons then.
Okay,
Fuckers.
that works. Jinko jeans.
Okay.
Did you put a fat sack in the back of those?
No.
You had a lot of those?
I had a few pairs. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh my
bring back like you remember freeze tag, like playing freeze tag.
Oh,
That shit
yeah.
was so much fun.
Yeah.
Or flashlight tag,
Like on the playground or whatnot?
on the playground, or like
At
if
night.
you had a farm at night.
Is
just
it-
run
Yeah.
around?
Freeze tag specifically or just tag?
Freeze tag.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's what you got. Freeze tag.
Yep.
Let me look through my list here. I'm gonna go.
I'm freestyling it tonight, buddy.
I'm gonna go. God, I got a lot
made
of good
this
ones
list
on my
last
list
week.
here. I'm gonna go Monday Night Raw parties with your boys.
Never did this.
Like you
sounds
never watched wrestling. You never watched
extremely
wrestling Monday nights.
Interesting.
How am I going to put that in a picture?
Well,
Yes.
don't Google it. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I thought that was gonna be a great fucking pick. You fucking
Don't
losers!
do
You
it.
guys didn't watch wrestling. Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
not the kind
did.
of wrestling
Yeah.
we were looking for.
You weren't dedicated if you weren't fucking body slamming your buddy into
Oh,
the
we were.
couch on Monday night.
So you need to put like Sting, Macho Man.
Okay, so remember this. Next draft we'll do top wrestlers from your childhood.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's see how
Okay,
big of
yeah.
a Monday Night Raw with your boys you were.
Yeah, I mean we can do that.
All right.
I'm gonna be
Go ahead for your
Googling a lot of
second one
shit.
there.
Okay, I'm back to back.
Raw boy.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Da-da.
I'm gonna say
Da-da-da-da.
like mall/movie day and night, like with like out at the mall, and then going to a movie at night, running into your friends, and like having a day out.
Having your $20 from your parents, and they just
Yeah,
dumped you
and
off.
being able to
And
hit
you
the
still
mall
had
up.
$10 left
You,
over.
you walk into
the
Foot
whole high
Locker, you're
school's
not
there.
buying the shoes, but you'll try on 2-3 pair. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
I got
being
you.
little fucking
hoodlums.
yes.
Yeah.
I want to do hood rat shit with my friends.
We can still do that, man.
Yeah.
Friends.
So I'm gonna. That's
I
what
miss
got.
doing hood rat shit with my friends.
Hey,
Ryan.
you've never seen that viral video of the boy? he stole his mom's van and he got pulled over, and they're like, "Why did you do that?" He's like, "I just want to do hood
Hood rat shit.
Hood
Chat
rat
Rit. I just want to do hood chat
rat
Rit
shit
with
with my
my
friends.
With my friends.
and they're like, "What?" Okay.
I'm gonna say fucking LimeWire.
Oh yeah, that's
You gotta sit there and download all your shit so you can make the best fucking CD
that was on my
for
list.
your
too.
vehicle when
Yeah.
you pick up your homies later and go
Yep.
drive wherever.
Just downloading music.
Drive the strip, downloading music.
I'll give
Yeah.
you that. I'll give you that whole category because that's like Napster and all that shit's in on it. Too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'll just take Napster, but
We'll
Yeah.
never catch the
I would
real
say
Napster.
So-
you get all that.
He
Yeah,
stole it from me
absolutely.
while I
like
was
the
napping.
burn CD area.
Yeah.
uh,
Era.
Yeah.
Halo LAN parties.
Oh,
Never did those.
Okay, you guys are making fun of me about Raw parties. I mean,
Nah.
that's like
Dude, Halo
well,
LAN
you-
parties were
I
amazing.
just had to make sure what kind of raw party you
knew.
were talking about.
you knew. You knew.
Google searches may vary.
All right. So this will kind of go against the game thing that Mike just said. Waiting for a new release video
Oh,
game. Grand Theft Auto, when it first dropped out, we sitting in your bedroom waiting. You just picked up the disc from Blockbuster, wherever you bought your shit from, going home, having a big bag of Doritos and like a pop up there, and literally fucking playing the whole weekend to try to beat the game, and then you'd finish it Sunday night.
So should we just give him like new release, like whether it was movie, CD, video game?
New
No,
release
that's
night.
video games only for me.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like it sounds like
Yeah.
new release video game night.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or console or something like that.
Console release.
You didn't say console, but
Yeah.
you said game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go real way back. So we had this when I was a kid. I'm from a small town, smaller than Bellevue. We had like 600 people, and we didn't have really big city streets that you could park on the side. And our city plowed all the snow to the middle of our main street in like a 4-way intersection. And like when we got big snows, this thing could get like 30 feet fucking high by the time the season was done.
King of the Mountain.
And we'd play King of
Yeah.
the fucking Hill in the middle of that son of a bitch when it was like day traffic and stuff, and you knock your buddy down.
oh
and
yeah,
you'd fall
throw him
30
off
feet.
of it, man.
And he'd roll and almost get hit
play
by a
King
car.
of the Hill on dirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't
man,
matter. You just need a hill.
Limestone piles.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that shit. I miss
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, King of the Hill.
Everybody
King of
knew
the
what
Hill.
you were talking about there.
Fuck yeah.
Reminds me of a Surge commercial.
Serge.
Surge. Hope that wasn't your next.
No. I'm gonna go with and I don't. I'm gonna go with TRL.
Oh yeah, that's really good too.
like-
God damn it.
Carson Daly.
Do you know TRL?
Okay,
is?
so that goes into
So
one
it was
of
on
the-
MTV, Total
Request Live.
Total Request Live, and it was you'd race home for TRL to go on, and it'd be
yeah.
all the music videos, and then they'd have
Top
a live
10.
musician
See, I was
there.
just gonna say MTV when they played music.
No,
I wasn't that
Dude,
rich. We didn't have
TRL was
TRL.
the shit.
Total Request Live.
Yeah,
that. Carson Daly.
Carson Daly.
yeah.
Man.
Nice. I'm gonna go with give me like MySpace.
MySpace.
MySpace. Original
miss
MySpace.
MySpace?
Does that thing still run?
No, because like we had no Facebook.
Yeah.
Like it was just past like dial-up fucking AOL.
That was your first.
So you
social
had your
media.
top 4 friends that you
Yeah.
always had to
Dude,
arrange.
you missed out
and
on
shit
AOL
like that.
fucking chat, dude. That's
I had AOL.
I
but
like
I almost said AOL.
Or
but I
MSN
switched out
chat.
from
yes,
MySpace.
BRB.
And you could do your whole background and customize that shit.
Yeah.
Change everything up. Like
Yeah.
it was just kind of you put a little piece of you out there.
We didn't
I like
know it.
that.
We were making our own websites. We didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, MySpace.
Oh, AOL chat. You'd be
You could have
chatting.
your little
Yeah.
playlist of songs.
Yeah.
You know, that came in.
Oh, I forget.
Your
I
away
forgot all
message.
about
Gotta go
that.
unload the dishwasher.
You'd
Mom yelled
you'd
at
be
me
chatting
3
up,
times.
chatting up one of them girls, and all of a sudden your mom would pick up the phone. You're like, oh no!
I was getting there.
Hang up the phone, Mom!
I forgot those days.
Or you
dial-up.
call some girl in your class who doesn't know you because you had the phone directory. And it's got every kid's phone number in there.
Oh, not to get off topic.
I never
here,
did that or anything.
But I'm going to do this once with my kids. I saw this the other day where somebody handled them a rotary dial phone that they had in the 80s.
And told them to call
And
somebody on it.
It said, here's the number we want you to dial.
You want one?
Yeah, I would love one if you
All right.
have an extra one.
Yep.
I want to try that so bad. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna go just, and maybe this is too broad. So if it's too broad, let me know. I'm just gonna say, having an actual summer. Like, kind of ties into your responsibility thing, but actually having a summer that you just
2 months of just
Freedom.
nothing.
yeah
The summer
yeah like
of '69.
I remember we spent probably 2-3 summers back when paintball was really big. We would haul lumber, all kinds of shit, up that fucking hill by the water tower, and we built fucking
paintball course.
huge paintball course up there. Like, even went to my dad's shop and took like old equipment that he didn't need from his silo building business. Like real big tin chutes that you could stand up, run, and hide behind. I mean, probably shouldn't say this. We were cutting fucking trees down and fucking nailing trees up together. We had a 3-tier fort like 20 feet high in the trees.
Nice.
Like, all made of trees.
And you probably dropped all the good black walnut, didn't you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We used a lot of lumber. And
So
we used
summer.
Yeah, I would say just like summer in general, where you have care. Summer as adults, and when you get into college, are not the same as they are when you're growing up, carefree, come home before the lights are on type era.
Yeah.
Because it's growing up as a boy, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So summer.
You got another one.
I got another one, and it's gonna be complete opposite side.
Winter.
No, it won't be winter.
Fall.
Finding, and maybe this you guys can't correlate. Finding that unexpected nude magazine laying around, where you knew where a nude magazine was, and anytime you wanted to see something, you'd be like,
Bro.
I think I remember seeing
Or you,
this somewhere.
you find one, so you fucking take it and
Yeah,
stash it
nude,
somewhere.
the nude,
Yeah, you
the
got
nude box in the woods.
Nudie
Everybody
magazine
knew
day.
where it
hidden,
was.
like under your mattress or some crazy shit
I
like
feel
that.
like I had that every Saturday. My dad owned a garbage business, and so every
Mhm.
Saturday
In the
in our small
bathroom.
town, we had to do garbage pickup, and all the old men didn't want their wives to find their nudie mags, and so they would take Saturday trash out, and they would put the nudie mag on top and close the can, and like my brother and I, we'd take all those fucking mags until we found the Playgirl.
Yeah.
We didn't know what that one was.
You liked it.
All right, I like that.
Nudie
though.
magazine
Nudie
day.
magazine day.
Yeah. So I'm taking that. I'm
Nudes.
taking the unexpected nude mag that you find.
Thank you.
Top
Hugh.
shelf at the barbershop in
I know.
Savannah, Illinois.
Thank you, Hugh Hefner.
I'm not gonna rat out a certain business, but there was always some in the bathroom.
I couldn't. I remember when I finally got old enough and realized that. I asked my dad. I'm like, we're sitting because we went to the same barber forever, and I said, "What is the magazines on the top shelf that all those adults grab?" Nudie mags.
Nudie mags. I mean, it's a great pick.
And
It's
you've
awesome.
been missing out.
You look at them for the content, not the pictures.
I read the jokes.
I read the articles.
Read the articles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the graphic, you got to put unexpected nude mag.
All right.
Because then it's like,
It makes
that's
your
part
whole
of
day.
the feeling, right? That's
Makes
part of the
your
feeling.
Whole day.
And if it never disappears, it's always going to be there for a time in need.
Yep.
Yeah.
So graphic, man.
That's a good one.
Rhino.
I think for me, I'm gonna go with there's toys that I used to play with when I was a kid. They don't make them anymore. They're called micro machines.
Loved them.
More specifically, the military ones, like
Loved
tanks,
them.
jets, planes.
Yeah.
I still have a bunch sitting around, but yeah, that shit was so much fun.
Those are expensive now if you sell them.
I got a lot of them.
You
Don't
should.
sell 'em.
I won't
Keep
No,
'em.
I'm a hoarder, dude.
Yep.
Don't get rid of
Yikes.
shit.
Got a whole barn dedicated to his
Micro
childhood.
machines.
Yeah, micro machines.
Oh, I love that.
What do you got, Mike?
I'm gonna say, and this might be. I'm gonna try to explain it. The group of bicycles that you would come across
yeah,
that
I've
you knew where
seen
your
that.
friends were,
Yeah.
You knew where everybody was at.
bikes
Had
in
a
the
group of
yard.
bicycles.
and that happened growing up at that campground.
I had that on my list. I had riding bikes until the end of the day.
Yeah,
basically.
growing up at that campground, like you either went to the arcade that was in a garage. If the garage
Yeah.
door was open, you went there and there was all the bikes around of all your friends, or you went and you seen where all the bikes were at someone's camper, and that's
Yeah.
where they were. You know.
Yeah.
I like
That's a
that.
good pick. I like that pick a lot.
Mine's. I really don't care if it's controversial or not. We used to play Smear the Queer.
Oh.
I miss playing that.
Yeah.
Now it's called Tackle the.
Guy
I don't
with
know
the
what the hell it
football.
is. Yeah.
What is it?
I
Tackle
don't
the
even
guy
know
with
what
the
they call
football.
it. We used to call it Smear the Queer, and I know that's not right, but that's what it was, and that's what we did. And like
That's what you called it back then. That's what the draft was called.
we did it all summer.
But
So
it does.
We send your complaints to. We don't really care.
yep. So that was probably this is my fifth one, right? This is my
Tackle
last
the guy with the
Yeah.
football.
Tackle the guy. with
I don't
the
even
football.
get it.
Oh, you got to ask the kids upstairs. They call it something different nowadays.
Yeah.
And then it goes right into my next one, which again has a different name than when we grew up. Ding dong ditching.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually, it was kind of funny. You missed out because of your business decision. So we were at the Olson Occasion last weekend, and there was a group of teenage girls, not going to name names, they were fucking doing it right. They were dressed in all black.
Yeah.
Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, they were ding dong ditching.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it brought back so many memories. Like when I was like, "What are these girls doing?"
Teepee.
They probably
Doing
come to your house
keeping
to
is
do
where
it,
it's
but there's
at.
30 people in the
Yeah,
yard.
and Ashley's like, "Oh, they're ding dong." Or Mike said they're ding dong ditching. I was like, "I fucking missed that."
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
you gotta
did.
watch doing that nowadays.
You get
though,
shot.
for sure. For sure.
We had Zach and I went and ding dong ditched Bill, the hired man on the farm, because it was the only house close enough to ding dong ditch. And
What
we
do you
ran-
guys need? He probably called over to the farm. What do the boys want?
No, we rang his doorbell and we ran around the machine shed and came around to a flashlight and a double barrel shotgun pointed at us.
Oh,
And
that's
it was
scary.
Bill. He's like,
Shit.
"The fuck are you guys doing?" We're like, "It's just us. We're going home now. Thanks."
All right,
Yeah.
that's good. That's my last one.
Yeah, so my last one's going to be Ghost in the Graveyard.
That's classic.
That is.
Okay.
Think of it just wild to be young and like, let's play hide and seek in the graveyard. Like,
Ghost
Yeah.
in the Graveyard. We would play
weird.
wherever, too. I mean,
well, yeah, you
just-
didn't have to play there, but
Hide and go seek at night.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
What do you got, Ryan?
We should go play those.
I'm gonna say
right now?
Yeah. I'm not good at hiding, but I'm good at seeking.
I'm gonna say we used to play or used to go to. I know when I was younger, we like your parents would just drop you off. This is like daycare during the day during the summer. Going to the pool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
like
going to
just
the pool.
getting dropped off at the pool. Here's
Hanging out
money
at the
for the
park
snack
all
bar,
day,
and
pool.
you're there all day. And
Yep.
then you get picked up when they're off work, and you go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Miss-
do that shit
miss the
anymore,
pool
man.
in the
Maybe you
summer.
can, maybe you can't. I guess I don't know.
Here in town, I think it's frowned upon to drop your kids off, but I think there's a lot of parents that
I
still
think it
do.
depends on how old they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the pool that we went to was in Denison, Iowa,
Yeah.
which is much larger than the pool here in Bellevue. Like they
Oh,
had a
I'm
couple
sure.
slides and stuff like that, indoor and an outdoor pool and stuff. So it's kind of not bad to hang out at all day.
Yeah.
Let's wrap her up there, Mike.
I think I'm gonna go with. This is one thing that I used to love doing, and I don't know if it was you guys too, but jumping up to hit every ledge just to test your vert.
Yeah, see if you could jump
Like
up
run,
and touch
like
it.
if you had a beam in your house, you'd run and slap that fucker.
Or like the
And your mom would be like, "God damn it, there's fingerprints up there."
doorways in school or a sign or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
touching that
test it
shit.
now. I feel like I can still hit some door frames. But
My youngest two are doing that right now.
Yeah,
Every
dude.
fucking door frame that's in the house.
it's annoying.
It
It's
is.
but
it happens.
dude, that is fun. That first time you hit like a 9-foot ledge in your house or something, you're like,
Yeah. You get
Now I
up
got to
there.
do it every time.
I can
go
dunk
there.
it now.
yeah, let's go to the fuck. Let's
Yeah.
go lower the hoop.
One that would have made my list that I didn't say would have been the
Yeah, I got some.
the
too.
ginormous CD manifesto.
Oh yeah.
The books in your car,
Yeah.
or the little thing on your visor. Where
I
you
was,
just got a
I was
little
gonna say
shuffle to
drinking
do.
from the hose or just the random water that you find instead of having a Stanley. That's
Yeah.
One
know.
that almost made my list was like when we all got our cars, we would all just meet in a parking lot and
Yeah.
sit there
And
on
sit
a
there.
Friday
Yeah.
night or
Yeah.
Saturday night and just hang out for
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours.
couldn't wait forever to drive, but then you drive, you didn't want to waste your gas because you
So
had to pay
just,
for it.
yeah,
and
you all
shit.
just meet up and sit in the parking lot.
I had staying out till the lights came on, stuff like that.
Blockbuster Video
Yeah.
was on
Yeah.
my list.
It was too.
Yeah.
One of the ones that I think maybe it was just our small town, but I think every small town had it, was that my dad and all of his buddies, they always played in slow pitch softball leagues on Saturday nights and on Sundays.
They used to have that here a lot, actually.
And on Saturday nights, there was this guy that would travel from Carroll, Iowa, which is not far from Adair, maybe like 60 to 70 minutes. And he'd have this little kind of like a camper tied behind his truck, Mike. And he had speakers, like loudspeakers on it. And he would set up and he would run like a skate in the park night. And like you'd go in there roller skating and you could skate for hours while your parents were down playing softball, getting drunk. And they always had like limbo and split the cans and shit like that. And they always had snow cones coming out. I miss that.
Yeah, I had kicked the can on my list. I don't know if you guys ever played
We just
that
had
game
like
or
the
not.
skating rink
Yeah.
when we were little. But yeah, I remember that shit.
Kick the can.
Inline
Yeah.
skating would have been on mine too, because people want to dog on rollerbladers, but
We didn't have rollerblades yet.
No, we didn't really do. I mean, we rollerbladed around here and skateboarded, but
I always
there was no
had-
park
I
or nothing.
Never
did
skated,
you
it
guys
was all
never went to the
rollerblades.
skate country in Dubuque? Really?
That's all I ever had was rollerblades. I don't
Maya
ever
used to
put
go to skate
skates on.
country all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
But I no.
Inline skates, yeah, rollerblades, yeah, that's all I had. I don't know how to regular roller
Those are
skate.
hard. Those
Yeah,
are
I can't
hard,
roller
actually.
skate. What?
The 4-wheel ones, because
They
your
both have
stopper,
4
your,
wheels.
your stopper's on the front.
Talking about skates.
Yeah.
Backward visors almost made mine.
Upside down back.
Upside down.
With
Yeah.
frosted tips.
The head spoiler.
Frosted
Yep.
Honestly,
Did that once.
Almost.
Dude, they're coming
I almost
back.
They are.
I almost had school on my list because, yeah, you hated school, but like you looked forward to
Yeah.
getting there in the morning
I
and
agree
seeing all your
with
that.
buddies. Like lunch.
It's that no
lunch period.
responsibility type shit, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, you
That
know
was
what?
too broad of a pick, but that would have been a good pick.
What I guess I should have, if I would have thought about that and didn't just shoot from the hip. 90s Christmases growing up,
Yeah.
Christmas is when you're little. Like
man.
Yeah.
just
They just hit
like
harder.
I still like Christmas, but it hit different when you're like,
yeah.
And how
fuck, Nintendo
love
60. Have you seen a
Christmas.
Nintendo
So do I,
64
but,
kid?
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but the Christmas growing up versus Christmas now.
I think
And it's Christmas is great now because I'm seeing the magic of Christmas through my kids' eyes.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
But Christmas growing up, that's what I look at videos like that and stuff, and I'm like, yep, I'm going to do everything to my power to make sure my kids have
Yeah.
a Christmas like that because that's what I remember.
Yeah.
So that should have really made my list.
I was gonna go really sentimental and be like the week every summer that I got to go spend with my grandparents.
That's not sentimental.
You
I
know,
mean, that's awesome.
Like
though.
that was fun.
Did she make cream corn?
Gizzards over taters.
Because I'd fucking come, dude.
No, my grandma, she had she was Slovakian, and they did a lot of pierogies and like
I love
stuffed
pierogies.
cabbage and weird shit.
I don't like when people put ketchup on pierogies, though. Weirdos.
I don't know what pierogies are.
They're like a dumpling.
It's like an empanada, but
What
not
the
Mexican.
fuck is an empanada?
They put
You
it.
said pinata?
Empanada.
It's like a
candy?
Empanada,
It's
yeah.
like a
Empanada.
It's like a-
Empanada.
How did you even fucking butcher that
I
word?
said empanada.
He's got candy
Empanada.
inside these
No,
things.
it's like
right?
a
in a
it's like a
pinata.
it's like a Polish ravioli with mashed potatoes inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
What is?
Yeah.
A pierogi.
Pierogi.
So like a ricotta type.
No, mashed potato.
I know, but like same type of texture.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah. But you can get them, some of them are like bacon and cheese.
Dude, I love going to Chicago and hitting up the Polish places down there and the Slavic places and just having like baklava and pierogies and everything else because it reminds me of like childhood with my grandparents.
Surprised Ryan's going. Do they do pasta?
Pizza too.
Everyone does some sort of pasta.
No, that's
So,
right.
Yeah.
With that, we will be posting the draft results on our social medias, and
make sure you go vote for me.
Make sure you give a like to whoever you thought had the best draft,
Or if you just want to keep the tradition going,
or just don't vote for Ryan. Anybody but Ryan.
hey, if you want to be a loser, don't vote for me. That's fine.
It's kind of like the 80s dare, thing Reagan came out with.
I'm gonna post one out, and I'm gonna say, hey, you vote for me, we're gonna give you a bunch of Manstream podcast swag.
Yeah, because we've gave that out before.
Actually,
we were gonna throw some out at the awards, but we forgot the shirts.
I wasn't gonna run.
And
Nice.
I wasn't sure we were gonna win an award, so I didn't want to have all these shirts in my hand.
Because I knew all the
Actually-
guys sitting back there were gonna be like, "Oh, can I fucking have one?"
Yeah.
let's just let's do this here. Hold on.
What's this here?
We are going to announce the winner from the one draft.
Oh,
If you liked or if you reacted to it,
I'm gonna throw you a
you were
shirt.
gonna get a Manstream podcast swag.
Woo!
And that is from the draft of cereals.
Yeah.
Should have been me.
I'm so serious.
Breakfast
So,
cereals, not cereal.
So we'll just do it this way because we don't have time. I got a total of 35 voters. So together, between you three, because I wasn't on that draft, pick a number. Come up with a number
Between 1 and 35?
between 1 and 35.
69's not in there.
No,
17.
that's what I was gonna fucking say. It's my birthday.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Well, he's counting to 17.
It's gonna be Ashley Olsen.
Yeah.
Danielle Reimers.
Oh, Danielle, I know her.
Cool.
Danielle, did I say her last name
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Danielle
Reimers.
Reimers. Danielle, you just won a Manstream podcast shirt.
Woo!
Nice.
Josh said he knows you, so he will reach out
Yep.
to you and let you know that. Actually, what was funny is Ashley Olsen was number
18.
15. So she was close. But Josh Richter was like number 20, so good thing he didn't say 20.
Oh, Could use
But
another one.
Danielle
Good
Reimers,
game.
you are the big winner of Manstream Podcast shirt.
Woo!
I'll reach out to
Priceless
you.
apparel.
Thank you
baby.
for reacting to our post and playing along. And if you haven't seen, we have started a new series called "Where Is Ryan Paddleboarding
You've
Today?"
been all over the fucking place. we
Dude,
haven't even tapped
I
into
know
that yet.
I know I said I was sick last week, but traveling was tough.
Hey,
Well, maybe that was just jet lag.
I think the constant paddleboarding is what helped me get over
Yeah.
my sickness.
how's your shoulders?
I think they're starting to look a little swole.
You got dinner plates up there, bro. What I would really like to see is maybe some not Raiders of the Lost, Temple of Doom. Remember in Temple of Doom, he's running from that boulder that's rolling down it and like has to jump out of it. I want to see like Ryan fucking on that and run it. We need to do something more than just the paddleboard. Like you need to be like running and swinging.
It's
and
easy
shit.
to travel with a paddleboard.
Yeah, I mean the world's 70% water. It's
Yeah,
flat, so
I can get everywhere on it. I love my paddleboard.
Dude, my fucking algorithm sucks now, dude.
It's just me on a paddleboard.
no, the flat
No,
earth
it's
shit.
fucking flat earth shit.
Today's one.
Stop liking it and
Today-
sending it to us.
Today's one. There was a few people that said they're not sure where today was.
I had never seen that before.
You never seen The Notebook?
Nope.
Yeah.
Educate yourself,
Oh
son.
my god.
Nope.
It's a piece of
It's Americana.
We all watched it in high
Oh,
school
I
so we could
love
pick
that
up chicks.
movie.
If you told a girl you watched The Notebook, it
I
was
bought the movie.
you were there.
A
did it
notebook.
come
The
out?
You know
Notebook.
When
A
did it
Walk
come
to
out?
Remember.
Yeah, all you had to do was know those movies and you were
Yeah,
in.
you were. Are you
Okay, so
kidding me?
you guys failed to realize I am 42. I'm a lot older than you.
Oh yeah, we
doesn't
forgot
matter.
you're
You know,
50.
you know what we went to? Titanic. That was the go-to
The
movie
chick
with the
flick of
chicks.
your
was Titanic.
time. That was on TV when I left the house.
Yeah, fuck off.
There was enough.
I like that movie.
There was
I love
enough
the
room on
Titanic.
that door.
There was.
That fucking bitch
Hey,
rose.
she
I
let
was
him
at
die.
the Titanic last week. if they'd have just hopped on my paddleboard, it would have been
You were
over.
right above
I was
Someone-
I was just telling somebody to listen to our conspiracy theory episode because we talked about the Titanic.
In the
that, right?
Britannic, yeah.
The Britannic.
Yeah.
Now they swatched them out.
So someone
Swapped
someone
them out.
told me that MythBusters actually did that with the board or like a door that was that way. Would it
sunk.
have held them both and it sunk?
Yeah.
So maybe she was
It
onto
sunk
something.
with both of them on it. Yeah.
Or maybe Jack
Maybe it
knew.
wasn't the
Maybe
same
Jack
kind of
knew.
She was
wood.
a selfish bitch.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Maybe Jack was like, I just wanted to hit it and quit it. See you later.
Bye.
No, I'd rather freeze, bitch.
I'd rather die than hang out with you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about it. She was kind of a stuck-up bitch on the boat. Just
Sorry, Leo.
throwing that out there.
No, I like Leo.
Cool.
Predator though.
All right.
Well, with that, we're
I'll never
going
let
to
go. Let's
we're
go
going
2 seconds
to
later.
call it a night. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Good night.
We are the Manstream Podcast. Good night.
It's where you want to be. We'll discuss the latest trends and the news of the day, and we'll tackle the tough topics in our own special way. So if you're looking for a place to escape and unwind, welcome to